Hello GameMakers, this is GameMaker Rob, and in this episode we will be continuing our magic system. There's not a lot more to say, so let's just get into it. Okay, so you may have noticed when we are creating the heroes and the monsters, we're giving them a variable called dead, but we're not really using it just yet. This is mainly just to show a different animation or sprite. So I'm going to do something simple for the heroes. I'm going to say if dead, then image angle equals 90. So they're going to be facing the ground, and because the sprite origin is in the top left, I need to change the Y as well. We're going to say Y equals start Y plus brackets start Y plus sprite width. Should do it. And you need to say start Y equals Y. Oops. This is the reason we're using. Oh my god. Get back to it. The reason we're using a variable here is because if we said, for example, Y equals Y plus sprite width, we'd forever be increasing the Y. So this works. And for the monsters, we'll just say not to draw themselves. So draw self if not dead. Let's put it on the same line. That should do it. Okay, so now we're finally going to move into the other options. Let's find where we're at. So in our state is ready. If player turn action state equals init, action state equals ready. Okay, so where we say if menu selected equals 0, let's put a comment attack and find the brackets. Now we can say if menu selected equals 1, this is going to be magic. If menu selected equals 2, this is going to be item. Let me check that actually. Attack, magic, item, defense, run. Alright, so these are all our possible menu selections, and we're going to do magic for this one. So if menu selected equals 1, we're going to say if option state is not equal to magic, state equals magic. So we're going to use another list, yet another list. This is to collect the known spells of our current hero. The benefit of using a list over an array is the list, it doesn't matter if there's no spells or all 4 spells are known. we can just do a bit of code to change the list, whereas an array we'd always have to have 4 slots and just set them to empty or something. So you could use an array, but you know, it's better to start using lists and that kind of thing as well, just because of the extra functions that GameMaker allows. So we're gonna check to see if the magic list exists. So check magic list exists and delete it. So if ds exists, ds magic ds type list, then ds list destroy, ds magic, and then ds magic equals -1. So now we've done that, we're going to say create magic list, ds magic equals ds list create, add spells to list. So we're going to say for var spells equals 6, spells is less than 10, spells plus y6 and y10. We go into main, then our spells start at 6 and the last one is 9, so we're going to check between 6, 7, 8 and 9. So for var spells equals 6, less than 10, spells plus, if GA heroes, and then we're going to use that variable we made before, player indicator. So if this particular spell equals true, then add it to list, ds list add ds magic spells. It's basically saving an integer. It's either going to be 6, 7, 8 or 9. Okay, so we've made our ds magic list, and all we need to do now is have a magic state. It's another one I know, but we're going to need this for our menu system. Magic state equals main, which is going to be the default. Okay, so we're going to need a few more things. Let's do the groundwork first. So in our state equals init, we have to check for the list. I'll do it here, actually, sorry. So if ds exists, ds magic, destroy it, set it to -1. Did we do that? Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. And then in the create event, ds magic equals -1, and clean up. Copy this, paste, and then change it to ds magic, just to make sure we're cleaning up properly. And also in the create event, we're going to need another array. So we're going to say create spell text array, a spells text 6 equals heal, a spells text 7 equals hurt, a spells text 8 equals done, and a spells text 9 equals sleep. So normally I would have an array for spells, and it would track how much they healed, how much damage it did, you know, what type of spell it was. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to have this display the text, and I only need the values for 6, 7, 8, and 9 because those are the values for the spells in the hero array. We're not going to reference any other number, so we should not get any error from that. Okay, so we now need to display our spells. Okay. So at the moment we've got options. If the option state is not attack, then we show the menu. We're going to modify this in a little bit, but we're going to keep it for now. We're going to say if option state equals magic, show spells. So for var spells equals 0, spells is less than ds list size ds magic spells plus. We need the ID, so spell ID equals ds list find value as ds magic, and we want spells to be the value, and then we want spell name equals a spells text spell ID. What this is doing, let's make it variables actually. What this is doing is our magic list is either going to store the integer 6, 7, 8 or 9, and then we're using, so spell ID is going to become 6, 7, 8 or 9. Then when you're using that integer to reference our array to get the name of the spell, so we can display that name, and we should actually be doing a check as well just to make sure that we're finding a variable in this list. If you don't find a variable inside the s list, it's going to return 0. So we're going to say if spell ID is greater than -1, then spell name can be this, else var spell name equals error no spell. Okie doke. Now all we need to do is display them, so we're going to say draw text. We're going to say menu x plus 100. Menu, wait, let's copy this, copy paste, copy and paste this. Menu y plus spells times font size plus buffer, and the string is going to be spell name. So if we run the game, so our first hero, if we check in obj main, he knows hurt, heal and hurt, so this should only be displaying 2 spells if we select magic for him now. And there we go. We can't exit from the menu because we haven't coded that, but at least we can see it works in principle. Let's just run the game again, and we'll test it for John, and we should only be getting heal and sleep. So I think the second guy is John / just attack. third guy, sorry. So this is John, magic, heal and sleep. Awesome. And we'll do one more test. We'll check it for Joe. Bob doesn't know any spells, so it's going to look like nothing's happened, but the game's still going to be paused because we're going to be stuck in the magic menu. So we're not going to test it for Bob, but we're going to test it for Joe now, the last guy. So attack, 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 magic, hurt, stun, sleep. Awesome. Let's just make our code a bit easier now that it's getting larger and larger. Let's just add some regions to make it more manageable. This is going to be a region initialize or reset data. End region. Let's split the monster and player turn as well. I want to be careful, I don't want to hide too much, but maybe we can make all of these different options their own regions as well, just to make it easy to navigate, because we don't need everything displayed all the time. I mean, because it takes me a few minutes to find things sometimes, and I'm the guy that coded it, so I can imagine it can be a lot harder for everybody else. Okay, I think that's okay for now. Should be easy to find things. Let's add a comment as well. Option has been selected. Okay, so back into our magic region for when we're pressing space. We want one more variable. We want selected spell equals 0. And that's enough for this. Scroll down, and where we're selecting targets, if option state equals attack, scroll all the way down until we get to there, and we're going to say magic if option state equals magic. Then we're going to say if, let's have a variable actually, total known spells equals ds list size ds magic. If keyboard check pressed vk up if selected spell is equal to 0, then selected spell equals total known spells, and we should actually make this -1. Total known spells equals ds list size ds magic -1. So we press up, we're going to go to the bottommost one. Otherwise, selected spell minus minus. And here we want if keyboard check pressed VK down, if selected spell is equal to total known spells, selected spell equals 0. Otherwise, just increase it by 1. Okay, cool. So now we want to draw that. Draw event. We're going to copy this from the draw arrow. I bet some people are screaming, this can all be done in the scripts, and yeah, it can. It'll probably take a lot less space. This is just easier for now, and there's nothing stopping anyone putting it all into scripts afterwards. Just in case you're not sure what I'm talking about, there's a lot of repeating code, and you might as well just put it into a script and pass variables to it. And it saves time and it's less cluttered. Okay, so arrow x equals menu x plus 100 minus sprite get width menu y plus spells times font size plus buffer. Draw sprite. We want to say if spells equals selected magic or spell, sorry, then draw sprite. And we don't want to draw the arrow on the menu, so we'll say if menu selected equals I and option state is not equal to magic. Probably going to change this bit soon. Just going to leave it as it is for now. Let's run the game. Make sure our arrow system's working. Select a spell. We can now choose heal or hurt. Okay, so now we're going to add a little check just to, in case the player wants to go back to the main menu. Find where we're saying if action state equals ready, and at the very bottom, just around here, just before we delete the DS list, just before we reset action state, we're going to say go back to main menu, and if keyboard check pressed VK escape option state equals menu. Let's run the game. So attack and go back, magic. Awesome. Cool. Before we go any further, I just want to make a change to what we've already done. In the draw event, when we want to draw the main menu, we're going to say if option state is equal to menu, and we can delete this, because basically whatever option you choose, we want to hide the menu, and if we go into the step event, let's just set the option state to something different. So option state equals item defense. So now whatever option we choose, it should hide the menu. Obviously these three won't do much else, but let's just give it a quick test. So choose attack, magic, item, defense, run. Cool. Just make sure everything still works as normal. Awesome. Okay, so now we want to be able to choose a target for our spell. So we're going to say, much in the same way that we've got if option state is not equal to attack, do this. Otherwise, it's already been set to attack, and now we want to actually attack. We're inside the keyboard check pressed event. So if action state is ready, menu state is main. If keyboard check pressed, then we're down to the magic region. If option state not equal to magic, else. Magic state equals choose target. Then we go to the draw event. If option state equals magic, we only want to show this if magic state is equal to main. Let's just test this now. So select magic, select heal, disappears. Okay, cool. Okay, so back inside, if menu selected equals 1, this is when pressing space, this bit here. So we're now going to capture whether we're choosing a hero or a monster. There's I haven't created an array for the spells. If you need help with that, let me know, but I don't think I need to do that for this tutorial because it's just going to add more time to it. You don't want to watch me type out another array. So what I'm going to do is, because heal is mainly going to be targeting heroes, I'm going to say if DS magic and we want selected spell equals 6, then we're going to say with obj hero if image index is equal to other dot player indicator, then we want to say other dot option target equals ID and break, and we also want to say selected actor equals player indicator. Let's put some notes here. So if this is heal spell, select hero that is casting, assign its ID to option target and assign selected actor to player indicator, which is the same hero. We just need to keep up with these variables. Alright, so if it's heal spell, do that, otherwise not heal spell. So with obj monster group, we're going to search through all the monsters and say if number is greater than 0, so if there's still monsters in that group, then other.option target equals ID, break, and at the bottom we want to say selected actor equals 0. Show everything. Yeah, and then we've got our magic state of choosing the target. Now we can actually easily reuse some of our code for this. If option state equals attack or magic state equals choose target, then we want to show the arrows moving around. So let's run the game, make sure this runs properly. Oh yeah, forgot about that. So we're going to need to initialize magic state for this to run. So back to state equals init, so initialization. Where we have action state, we'll put it there. We'll say magic state equals menu. Let's run the game again. Oh, no, so not menu, main. Sorry. We want main. So choose a spell, and we've got our own hero selected. If we choose hurt, it's going to choose a monster. Awesome. Okay, so now that we have selected our spell, we want to be able to choose the target. So let me find it, sorry. Oh, okay. So where we're at right now is we want to be, if action state is ready, and all the way at the bottom, if option state equals magic, we want to add in something there as well. We want to say if magic state is equal to menu, or main, sorry. I'm confusing myself now. We only want to do this if magic state is main, because if magic state is choose target, we want to just use this code, the same code we're using to select a target for attack. We want to use it for choose target as well. So let's just run the game, make sure that's working as intended. So magic, heal, I can choose any target, go back. Oh yeah, so we need to be resetting our magic state and option state as well. Okay, so if we're pressing escape, magic state equals main. There we go. Let's try again. So we're going to cast heal. Let's try hurt. Goes to the first monster. Go back to heal again. Hurt. Awesome. Okay, so now we are cycling through the monsters and heroes. What we want to do is go back to where we press space, which is here. Options been selected. If menu selected equals 1, if option state is not equal to magic, what we want to do there actually is that's okay. We want to check the magic state for this bit, so else if magic state not equal to choose target, then we want to run this bit of code. So if we're pressing space, either we want to set the magic state to main and option state to magic, or if we've already pressed it for that, we want to then set, if we're not choosing a target, we want to choose a target, or if we're already on choosing a target, let's try again. If we're already choosing a target, then we want to cast the spell. Okay, so if DS Magic selected spell is less than or equal to 7, this is because heal and hurt both will either add or subtract a number, so we're going to be using our damage script for both of them. So if it's 6 or 7, if DS Magic selected spell equals 6, then we want to say, actually just let me copy, if we grab all this from menu selected equals 0, we want to grab this and we're going to paste it here inside cast the spell, because we're going to be copying some of it. We don't need this or this because we're going to be setting the damage ourselves. We need this. Oops. Oh, sorry, not here. After that. So if it's heal, then hero total damage will equal I random range, and we'll say between 4 and 8, and we want to use -4 and -8 because we want to add this on to the hit points. If, or say else, if DS Magic selected spell is 7, which is hurt, hero total damage equals I random range 4 to 8. That's going to do 4 to 8 damage. And then we want to run the damage script. What have I missed out here? Brackets. Let's take out the else. What's the problem? Got bracket expected. Oh, we didn't close the DS Magic list. I shouldn't go there, sorry, should be there. So if it's heal, add an integer. If it's damage, take away an integer. So you can either heal or damage a hero or a monster. So you might have some kind of undead creature that can only be damaged if you heal it, something like that. Okay. Else, stun, sleep. We're gonna have two variables. We're gonna set hero, monster, stun, sleep, var to whatever, because we're going to do that next episode. We're not going to do that today. Okay, so let the game know which hero we're commanding. Grab the ID, take it out of the list, increase player indicator. Yes, we want to play the animation, and we want to reset option state to menu, and also magic state equals main. So if we now run the game, so magic heal, let's heal ourselves, and we're not checking to see if we're going over the max, so we should increase our hit points. There we go, and we've got the -8 indicator, and Rob's now on 28 of 20 hit points. This guy doesn't have any spells, so we'll send him to attack. This guy heal. We'll heal a monster. There we go. Awesome. So that's it for today. I'm going to try and get the next episode out as soon as possible because I want to get this series completed. As ever, if you've got any questions or comments below, please let me know. Bye for now.